deep. Butts up. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Junk Bond Podcast.
Hello.
With my co-host, Peter Frank.
Hey.
I'm James St. Just Smythe, as always.
What's happening?
What did we do? What was our first aliases on our first episode? Any idea? I think I was Yanis.
Man, that sounds about right.
You might have been Peter Frank.
Might have been Peter Frank.
I think you went to James Stock for a little while.
Oh, that might have been it. I think it might have been James Stock.
Yeah. Either way, I'm glad we settled on this.
Oh.
We just had a martini lunch at a Japanese place.
Yeah.
And now we're drinking sake as our drink.
Mm-hmm.
Because today we'll be discussing the 1967 film You Only Live Twice.
You only live twice.
Wah, 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 wah. Woo! Sake shots, huh? Sake bombs, bro.
It tastes like sake.
Mm-hmm. Look us up on all the things.
All of it. Come on, man. You should have it by now.
Yeah. It's good to have... whenever you watch a bunch of... You go Moore, and then you go maybe a Lazenby, a couple Daltons here and there, whatever, Brosnan, go Craig for a while. It's nice to just go back to Connery. A good old-fashioned Connery movie.
It's back to reality. Oop, there goes gravity.
We haven't done Connery since Thunderball? That's a long time ago.
We did Thunderball eons and eons ago.
No, fuck that for it. All right, so Thunderball, speaking of, was obviously a huge success.
Big hit. You should check it out.
The next movie was supposed to be On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I think we discussed this already. But a unusually warm winter in Sweden kind of...
Couldn't get there.
Put the kibosh on that.
The skiing wasn't any good.
Yeah. Well, that's good sake. That's good sake.
That's good sake, right? Am I crazy or is that good sake?
Mm-hmm. So we did You Only Live Twice instead. Want to get started?
Let's get started, man.
We start off with a classic gun barrel. PTS.
Let's discuss this PTS.
Let's talk about that PTS.
Daddy takes a little umbrage to this PTS.
Dude, me too a little bit. So we start with the astronauts putting out, like, I guess like a satellite or something. They're doing some sort of mission in space.
How many times have we seen something engulf something else?
Yeah, I know.
And start another world war in space.
This unidentified spacecraft, UFO basically. Martians are coming.
Yeah,
They approach, and the U.S. spacecraft is hijacked. How about that poor prick that gets cut, like his umbilical cord cut?
Whilst he's working on the Mir space station.
He's just gone.
That's it. He's out.
I'm pretty sure...
Floating out. He's space trash now.
I'm pretty sure they keep the other astronauts. That poor prick.
Oh, he's done, dude.
He's still floating to this day. You can't find him. Mm-mm. So the U.S. thinks it was the Soviets. Obviously, the Soviets deny this and say, and I quote, "The world knows we're a peace-loving people."
Of course, everybody knows that about the Soviets. They've always been peace-loving.
Is that a fucking joke?
Just look at World War II. Very peace-loving.
Just look at everything they do. World War II and everything they do. I don't mean to rhyme. I do it all the time. So the UK thinks it's Japan.
Can I stop you just 1 second right there? Can I stop you for a second?
Go ahead, man.
What's Britain doing in this talk of two countries that actually have a space program and then one country that doesn't?
Yeah.
Why are they there?
I never thought of that. Why are they there?
I mean, what is there a great brassa that we don't know about?
Yeah, I never thought of that one actually.
Jeez, I just like what.
And they're real pretentious in that talk.
Well, how about that? Or let's talk about this is post World War II. What are you doing at the table in any discussion with two superpowers?
Yeah,
you know, the Empire's done, my man.
Doing.
Yeah,
it's just three of them, right?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be the meeting of the great countries at the time. There are a bunch of other ones that
the people that have a dog in this fight.
That's it. That have some skin in the game. You know. I mean, Jesus, what do you call a British astronaut anyway? Non-existent. That's what you call it.
Astronaut? I don't know. So the UK thinks it's Japan, but they just don't know where they landed it. Yeah, I really filled that up to the tippy top. And they says, "Hey, we have a man on this in Hong Kong." Cut to Bond banging this Asian broad in her bed.
And he was like 5 feet away from her because they got real small cooters, and he's got a big old English
big old Johnson.
Yeah.
So they're talking for a little while, and she just runs out, and these two machine gun guys come in.
Well, that's after she put her in the trundle bed.
Yeah. What's that bed called?
What are they called? Not the trundle bed.
Dude, I thought about this earlier. I can't.
It's a goofy name. It's a name that doesn't mean flip up or anything. It's
like a name.
Not like hideaway.
Like a person's name.
Yeah. That.
Like a Kindle bed or
something like that.
Whatever it is.
And then they light him up.
Light him up. And then they run away, and the cops come in, check his pulse, and he's dead.
Done.
So
and he's got some blood and stuff.
I always have wondered, who's in on this?
It's everybody.
The girl's in on it?
I think, yeah.
The assassins?
MI6 hired... Well, no, the assassins weren't in on it.
What were they shooting? They shooting blanks?
No, they're shooting real bullets. I think the assassins would have to be actually hired from Spectre or whoever the hell's looking to kill Bond.
Well, then Connery should be dead. His body's in there.
Well, no, it's probably like a magician's.
They had a flip bed or whatever?
Yeah, like the bed goes up and then you can escape.
Okay, are the cops in on it?
Yeah, the cops would have to be. Or no, the cops could just. Well.
They checked his pulse.
Yeah, how they going to get another replica, but yeah.
So then Q must have gone in there. Murphy bed.
Murphy bed, that's it.
Yeah.
No, the cops could be anything.
No, the cops had to be in on it because they checked his pulse.
Well, no. The only people that need to know that he's dead are the assassins. Like,
Yeah.
we shot that shit to shit.
Well, Spectre, but mostly, yeah.
Yeah, Spectre was like, we sent our guys, we shot that bed all the way up. Well, Spectre's not going to hire the cops. They just need a story in the paper.
So Q had some sort of flip Murphy bed. Assassins came in and then he flipped back.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess. There's a lot going on.
Well, the thing is, he didn't actually have to be lying there dead to pay off for a story for the James Bond's been murdered in his hotel room.
I'm still not even sure why he has to be dead anyway, but anyway.
Well, just after 4 movies, the heat's gotten pretty hot. I mean, you saved
heavy.
the world 4 times.
So yeah, thoughts on this BTS?
I like that. I thought it was
I'm
cool.
not a big fan of this one.
But Skyfall, you love it.
I do. There's a lot going on. It's a big, great action sequence. A lot of Bond stuff going on.
A lot of BS.
Some great chases. the space thing. There's no great stunt in it. It's just him banging that girl and he gets shot and that's it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, there wasn't a good stunt in it, but I didn't think it was. I thought it helped the movie.
I'm not a big fan of these early movies. Every movie, it's like, oh, Bond's dead. Oh, yeah, no, he's not. Yeah, we know it's not. Russia with Love, Thunderball.
Oh, wow.
Thunderball,
Thunderball, and
JB. Yeah, it's like, all right, we get it, man. He's not dead. So we cut to the title sequence with the theme song by Nancy Sinatra. Thoughts on this song? Actually, you want to take a little shot before we
go on up?
It's a good seg, man.
It is. So it's cuts to Nancy.
Nancy.
These boots are made for walking.
Yeah.
And that's just what they'll
do.
Anyway,
Thoughts on this song?
I liked it. I don't really like the slower one. It's growing on me.
To be too.
I like it more than For Your Eyes Only.
Oh yeah, but I don't like that song at all.
But I really.
That song's been growing on me, and
it really just started growing on me. Like I like it.
It's a good one. I think a Frank was initially like approached to do it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been that song, right?
I don't know, but that's how kind of Nancy got in the mix. I think through Frank, and so I read that somewhere at some point. But nice to have Frank as one of the writers or one of the singers.
Could you imagine Frank singing that?
Yeah, I can imagine Frank singing anything, dude.
That voice of an angel.
Mm-hmm. So we cut to Bond's funeral at sea.
They drop him right off at Bin Laden's grave right there.
Yeah, right there.
Just the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's the same spot.
And the scuba divers go down there and rescue him, bring him on board. And he's not dead, man. He's alive.
Well,
it's all right.
Well, he asked permission to come aboard after he's been taken aboard.
Those Navy dudes with those gay faggot ass socks. Those crew socks.
The worst, dude.
Oh, come on, guys. Put a pair of pants on.
Well, the thing is, they wear shorts up to their tits and then pants down to their shins. Like, just wear a pair of pants, man.
Oh, God,
you don't need shorts.
So, love that Moneypenny and him have an office set up on the boat. Mm-hmm. I like when they're going on location.
Him in his admiral uniform, huh?
Yeah.
I salute you.
Somebody grab a mop on that boat.
Want you to stand there in that faggoty white uniform with your Harvard mouth. Extend me some fucking courtesy.
So he meets with them and says they faked his death to shake his enemies. I don't know.
General.
And they're not sure. They suspect Japan of hijacking it, but they're not sure if they landed in Japan too. So they want Bond to find out who is capable in Japan of launching that kind of rocket.
This is 20 years after the nuclear blast. I would imagine Japan learned its lessons.
You would think, man. You would think.
Yeah.
Don't bring someone like Spectre on board.
No.
So they send him to Tokyo to meet his contact Henderson, who might have a little lead here.
Oh, Henderson.
Yeah, I like Henderson. So he arrives in Tokyo. I like Bond in Tokyo. We haven't been anything close to this yet in the first 4 movies.
No.
He's just all in the city in the Eastern Bloc. Kind of nice. People following, obviously we don't know who they are. Are they good? Are they bad? Who the fuck knows? We never even find out. These 1 or 2 people just eyeballing them.
The only thing we know is they all look alike.
Mm-hmm. So goes to I guess the sumo wrestler's locker room.
The codes are great.
to get like, yeah, I love you. To get like a ticket from him, and then he goes to the fight.
That's it.
He's enjoying himself.
He's
And
laughing. He's having a good time.
He's contacted by Aki, who's one of our Bond girls of the movie. Hello.
Bro.
And she's bringing him to Henderson.
Oh, man.
Another little sake shot?
Hey, Aki Atumi, dude.
Sake it to me, baby. Oh, God. This is tough, man.
I think we're surrounded by towels. Oh, God save the Macintosh.
Oh, dearie dear.
You've done it again.
Oh. All right. Oh, sake it to me. So, Henderson, he meets with Henderson. Love Henderson for some reason. I don't even know why. I like
Henderson
the guy.
fella?
Tells him to meet Tanaka. Can y'all stop telling me to meet other people? Just who do I...
Yeah. Who's the decision maker here?
Jesus.
Okay?
And he's about to tell him who hijacked the rocket because Henderson knows, and he's stabbed. Just all of a sudden, just stops talking.
That's what you do whenever you're stabbed. You don't.
Uh-huh.
You writhe out in pain. You just stop mid-sentence. Just wait.
Just pause. Mm-hmm. So Bond runs.
How'd they stab him? How do you get through that much drywall and plywood? Mm-hmm. Or was it just the paper mache
Was it made of paper?
that they build their houses on?
These fucking people. So he beats the assassin up in that backyard or whatever, and assumes his identity.
Mm-hmm.
But
and apparently there was another SARS outbreak because he had the
mask,
the hospital mask on.
Henderson is Charles Gray, the guy who plays Blofeld in Diamonds Are Forever, which is odd.
That's not the next movie, but the next.
Right.
Where he gets the nod.
Right. For some reason, dude, I love Henderson, and I love this scene. I don't even know why. It's like at night.
It's a cool
It's
scene.
really, it's like silent. They're just talking about stuff. Like they're really doing some shit. I've always been a big fan of this scene. So he gets in the assassin's car with the driver. They're headed to Osato Chemicals. The guy just hadn't noticed that. All of a sudden, my buddy is like a lot taller, and he has like eyebrows, and he's really hairy.
Well, he was bent over, like he had been injured, and he had the mask on.
I guess so. I guess we'll just let him slide on that. Mm-hmm. So the guy, the big huge sumo guy with Bond, realizes, hey, this guy's not who I think he was. So they have a big couch fight, big furniture fight.
I'm just saying, I don't want to sound racist or anything, but that looked like Godzilla's son. That guy was big.
That guy was humongous, man.
Large and in charge.
He looked like Mr. Hanks. He was so thick.
He was a thick fella.
God, he was humongous,
You don't
man.
find very many Japanese people that
And they just throw furniture at each other like, fuck you with this couch.
E Honda aside. Seriously, was that blow-up furniture? I mean, my God. Dude, when's the last time you tried
Honda.
When's the last time you tried to fight somebody with a couch?
Oh, man.
It wasn't even a love seat. It was an actual couch.
Yeah. The fight gets intense, man.
Yeah.
It's a solid fight. And obviously Bond pushes his shit in. Mm-hmm. You remember his GoldenEye death? Because Bond hits him with that statue as he's rolling, and then he gets up, and then he falls.
Nope.
GoldenEye, the game, as someone's rolling, if you put him in his head, he'll get up.
Oh, yeah, he'll pop up.
Finish the roll, and then he'll die.
And die slow.
That's what it looks like.
And then Bond puts back the statue like it wasn't broken or anything.
Then he treats himself to couple shots of Siamese vodka.
Vodka.
It's the worst sounding drink he ever has. Is it Foo Yuck or Siamese? I think Siamese vodka.
Foo Yuck.
Foo Yuck. Siamese vodka.
Siamese vodka.
So Bond hacks into the safe, gets some shit, sets off the alarm in the meantime.
Well, good thing he had that safe hacking device in his pocket.
Right.
Standard issue. Jesus.
So he would have had to bring that to his...
You know he didn't plan on coming to
his
that
meeting
joint.
with Henderson.
You know he didn't plan on coming to that joint.
Yeah, when he met with Henderson, he had that in his pocket.
Yes.
On the plane ride, really.
Just on his person.
Yeah.
Just in case there's anything.
That's just some of the fun.
Yeah.
Eludes all these guards and escapes with Aki. So Aki gets real cunty all of a sudden and just runs away.
She does. She closes that...
What's that all about? And Bond just keeps chasing her.
Oh, Aki tuna,
And she just stops, and then he falls into that thing and meets the ally of the movie, Tanaka. But what was the point of running away? He can't just bring him to Tanaka?
I think Tanaka likes a big show.
Yeah, I guess.
She said, Aki, you're my third fucking personal confidant.
Tanaka likes the
If you don't
theatrics.
If you don't get him to go down my slidey slide and end up on my Sigmund Freud chair,
yeah,
you're done.
And he plays it off when he lands on it. He's just real casual.
Oh yeah,
boom. I'll do this the whole time.
I wanted to rest.
Mm-hmm. So,
basically, this is Japanese M.
Right.
Right.
shows him the documents he stole from the safe, and they're basically like orders for naval stores and just a bunch of rocket shit.
So those are top secret documents?
I mean, I just love Tanaka.
Tanaka just gets... I'm
great.
telling you.
Bon-san?
He's up there. He
calls him Bon-san.
Dude, he gives him a nickname. I mean, Tanaka really reminds me of Daddy.
Yeah.
I just feel like...
I enjoy Tanaka.
That's how Tanaka runs his ship.
So they get on Tanaka's train, which I was kind of disappointed. I always thought all these years that the hot tub scene took place on Tanaka's train. So I was like, well, this guy's just the best thing ever. But it's at his house later.
I
know, I forgot.
There were like 5 different
I know.
hot tubs. They weren't all in the same one.
That's why I was so impressed. I was like, wow, that's a whole big train? So they're on Tanaka's train. He has the photo from the safe has a picture of this boat. It's called the Ningpo. Mm-hmm. They start getting drunk on what we're drinking right now. And speaking of, you want a little shot?
All right. Tanaka it to me.
I did not know you liked sake, Mr. Bond. I do when it's served at the correct temperature of 98.4 degrees Fahrenheit, like this one.
Look out.
I don't be a cunt, Bond.
Does he really fucking say that?
Yeah, 98.4.
Jesus Christ.
As if you can tell. Mm-hmm. So the photo from the safe was taken from a U.S. tourist who literally was liquidated as a routine precaution. That's how strict they run things.
That's difficult to say that Japan would liquidate a U.S. tourist, knowing how seriously we take our American debts.
Oh yeah, any history there? Or you just have a hunch?
Just guessing. Just how we like to retaliate when one of us is killed. How
liquidation is a routine precaution.
Makes sense.
They are strict.
They are strict.
So they go back to Tanaka's house.
Dearie dear.
And they fuck these just bitches.
Oh boy, do they! I mean,
those hot tubs.
There's a point in there where Tanaka gets him to start bathing him. Mm-hmm. Like they start bathing Bond, and then Tanaka's just sitting there all dirty in his Tanaka dirt, and he just looks up.
Yeah,
and they start hopping.
Yeah,
they come. I mean, they start scrubbing him like Ambassador Car Wash, dude.
I think it's the only time he actually uses his own voice. Yeah. Whoa. Tanaka can bring it sometimes, man.
Yeah, dude, he was just like James was getting bathed, but like for 15 seconds, and now he's like, "Why aren't there any bitches bathing me right now?"
And why aren't there more bitches bathing Bond? Bathing Bond. Oh man!
Now isn't Tanaka's voiceover? Isn't that the same one for number 2 in Thunderball?
Oh, I have no idea.
I think that's a fact.
Is it?
That might be a premature fun fact.
A premature fun fact.
Yeah.
A PMFF.
PMFF, dude.
A pumph.
Dude, I know I've pumped in your face before.
And Bond pumps in these hot tub bitches' faces. So they say Osato might be a front for this whole foreign power that's able to do all these rockets and shit. And they're banging these girls. In Japan, men come first and women come second.
Heard that.
I just might retire to here. Mm-hmm. We get to see Bond naked, which is nice.
Oh, God. It's about time, dude.
We don't get any bubbles or anything. It's just
about
basic
time.
Just water right to those flesh-colored, whatever the flesh is.
That's it.
So I'll just settle for this little old lady here.
I love that line. Mm-hmm. He just starts looking around. Well, I guess I'll just settle for this little old lady.
And she's massaging him, and then Aki comes in halfway through. Aki. Mm-hmm. Bangs her. Really gets into it.
I like how you were doing the massage with all your thumbs. Because apparently you were working like a...
St. John Smythe knows how to do it. So we meet with Osato. He's going to go meet with him since the whole...
Doro Omegato.
Yeah. Mr. Osato.
Mr. Osato.
And he's posing as Mr.
Oh, no. I know this. Higgins?
Fisher. Just a businessman. And Osato's looking at like this x-ray to see Bond's gun.
It's very, very Zorn-esque.
They're drinking champagne in the morning, which is wonderful. Once Helga asks him for champagne, once Helga enters the room,
he's done. He's
forgotten
what he's there for.
Daggers at Helga.
Well, dude, wouldn't you?
Could not give a shit.
It was a redhead in the middle of Japan, right?
Yeah, an American redhead.
Basically, a faux Fiona, really.
Where the fuck do you come from? Yeah, they're trying to recreate Fiona. Good luck there. Ooh, good luck.
Oh, they were about 8 cup sizes too small.
So
and Helga had D's.
Bond's basically asking about like buying some products, and then he leaves, and Osato says to kill Bond.
Some cigarette and beer products.
Mm-hmm. And escapes in this car after this big shooting and all that with Aki. I'm not sure why Bond even met with Osato, because all he does is
Why
go in
did
there.
Osato, just have him killed?
Well, he goes in there posing as Mr. Fisher, a businessman, and says, "Hey, what about these products?"
But Osato knew what the deal was the whole time.
Yeah, and Mr. Osato says, "Yeah, we have those products. We can get you a quote if you need, basically. Like, we'll get back to you." Okay, cool. I'm like, well, then, Bond, why are you even there? What'd you get out of that? I'm not really sure. He just wanted to pose as Mr. Fisher, I guess.
I guess
he
so.
just had a thing for Fisher,
Well, Bond's always wanted to be a Jew, just didn't think if he could play it.
I guess. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. So we get a car chase after that. The same people following him. And Tanaka sends this chopper with a huge magnet to just pick up this other car.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah,
throws
makes
it in the
sense,
ocean.
right?
Like, that's a rough death, man.
Well, no. Picks him up, then goes up altitude,
Dude, they're so high
goes
up.
about a mile high, then drops him into the...
Remember how
South
far
China
the
Sea.
Illinois Nazis go up in Blues Brothers?
That's exactly.
They're so high.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Just
Straight up.
Whoa. And
So much so they didn't even bother with doing after he drops him in the water, they didn't even do a delayed blow up. They were just like,
nah, fuck it.
what film goer thinks any one of these Japanese fellas didn't turn into Japanese soup after
They
that?
both had heart attacks on the
Oh
way
yeah.
down.
Oh, I think so. They were way dead
Oh,
on the way down.
oh. So Tanaka says that Ningpo, the boat from earlier, is owned by Osato. Well, that's a little suspicious. Some more stake. So they go check it out, and tells M in the meantime to send Little Nelly.
Little Nelly. Sounds like an actual person, doesn't it?
Oh wow.
Oh, we did something.
Well, that was we're already out of sake. Well, that was
Huh.
how irresponsible of us. I almost got two, man. Play it by ear then.
Oh, look at that blueberry shit, dude.
Okay. Blueberry back on the rocks.
Yep. It's already mixed. It's blueberry.
Aki.
You only live twice.
Where are we at?
We've just dropped off those fuckers in the middle of the ocean.
And he says, tells him to send Little Nelly.
Just fill me up to the trout there. That'll work.
So at the docks, Bond goes check out Osato's spots, and the henchmen do not fucking like him snooping around, man.
They don't, but they kind of bring a knife to a gunfight here.
Right?
It's just...
They're like chains and bats.
It feels like it's like Local 27 over for the Teamsters Union is coming after
Dude, he's there for a
Bond,
couple seconds and like, get your ugly fucking gold-bricking ass out of here.
Out of here. And then Bond shoots like 6-7 people with just wrenches in their hands. One had a circular saw. Like none of them got even close enough to Bond.
They're just like
I love
running
it,
up the
It's
belt.
just like- and he gives it to him right in the beak, dude.
Point blank range.
I love it.
Dude, it's
I
just
love
like, all right, well, sorry, bro.
Anytime you've ever made fun of the PB7, just know it was a killing machine that day on Osato Industries on the
Knocks them
Pyongyang.
all out. And the boat, in the meantime, is delivering rocket fuel. He sees that. Another suspicious kind of thing.
Dude, whenever they get up there and he starts decking people in the mouth, he leaves just at one point you can see maybe 8 or 9 people that he's knocked out and been laid out. Just
It's
still
a great
laying on the
shot. Like
ground.
it's from the like a
dude.
helicopter.
And it's just him running.
Dude, it's a great shot
Running,
to have that
hit
fight.
somebody. Oh, it's
that
great.
rooftop fight. Oh, it's fantastic. So then at the end of all this, he gets knocked out. How's the blueberry vodka?
Delicious. By some prick hiding behind the bushes with a goddamn wrench.
Bring
Eventually
one gun.
gets him,
Bring
you know?
one gun. So we cut to Bond all tied up in this chair, and Helga, the brunette, the redhead, interrogating him.
Fofiana.
Yeah, so he's trying to smoosh his way into some sort of better situation, and he offers her like half of $300,000 or whatever, and he thinks he's bribed his way.
I just
through
thought
it.
he got him like while his chip was turned up. Like whenever you get hard, like right before you're getting hard, you could make your dick really move one way or another.
Was that what he did?
I thought he was doing it like that. Like, hey, take a look at that, and then really.
That might have been it. I just didn't
It was
see
either
it.
out of the $300,000. You think?
Yeah, well, you watch it on HD, so I watch it on basic.
So you don't know.
Basic cable.
You don't know what was really going on.
Right. So Bond assumes that he's bribed his way to freedom, and they're gonna go take a flight to whatever, and they fuck. And on the plane, though, she just says, "Peace, Mr. Bond." Parachutes out, puts that wood on top of him, like as if I can't get out of
Wood,
this.
yeah.
Nice
I don't
work,
know.
sweetheart. So he's able to land it. The shot of him landing it is so...
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's ridiculous.
And then he's got to shag ass out of it because it blows up.
That's right.
That's, the delayed blow up.
Blofeld's up. So he gets back to Tanaka, and Tanaka's like, Bon-san, you shouldn't chase girls. It will be the end of you. And Aki's like, no, he wasn't chasing girls. He was just trying to save me. You wouldn't touch her, would you? Oh, heaven forbid.
This is after he fucked her.
Oh, heaven forbid.
Oh, heaven forbid.
That's great.
Man.
So the same boat, Ningpo, has unloaded a shipment on this island. And meanwhile, Q in shorts. Speaking of those Navy fags earlier, Q in shorts is a wonderful look.
Oh, dude. Long and tall, man.
Mm-hmm. He
There would
arrives
be pants for us.
He arrives with little Nelly, and they put it all together. And he's flying to go to that island to go check out what the fuck's going on here.
You gotta stop you right there.
You can.
Okay. When you board little Nelly for your little trip, you weren't the least bit a little bit worried when to get little Nelly started, somebody had to turn the propellers a couple of times until it went up. It's like, okay, it's good now. Now I can.
Might have been the first
Now
person
I
to
can
use
go.
it.
Just
Yeah. You're our guinea pig there, James.
you have to turn. It's like, so where's the ignition? Oh no, there's no ignition. There's just a Chinaman behind you turning little Nelly to get you up and off the ground.
Oh, there'll be no ignition now.
Yeah.
But when you die...
Where do I turn the key there, Q?
But when you die, we'll work out the kinks.
Eddie does it 2 or 3 times. It doesn't work the first time.
It's not a fucking lawnmower.
It's like, shit.
So he's going to check out the island where Ningpo is docked, and a great air fight ensues.
One of the best. Like, he takes down 4 armored helicopters with his little
I
Nelly.
mean, Goldfinger with the Aston Martin was wonderful, and I guess the next one they use like a jetpack. They're always trying to do. Anytime you try to keep topping yourself, you get into crazy place. But Little Nelly is wonderful, and they actually had to build that real helicopter.
That's what I'm saying. Little Nelly actually took off in real life.
That's
right?
a real helicopter.
That really
Yeah.
got off.
I mean, not with the rockets and all that, but
No,
that's an
dude.
actual flying device.
No, but dude, that machine got up and out of the.
It was so tiny.
That's cool as shit, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. So Bond obviously just murders everybody, just kills everybody. And the Russians, meanwhile, launch a rocket, and it's hijacked. Again, they shouldn't be flying things when they know that a spacecraft bandit is about.
Well, you know what I do? Anything that comes down in space as a American-born citizen, I call the British. Mm-hmm. See if they know anything about it, just to make sure that they don't know anything.
So the Russians think that the U.S. did it. And we see that they landed in a hollowed-out volcano. And then we see Blofeld meeting with Hosato and Helga. You know what Helga's number is, Inspector?
What? Helga's got a number?
11.
Wow, that high.
She goes
almost
up.
single
She
digits.
goes up to 11.
To 11.
Mm-hmm.
What was Osato?
I don't know. I don't even know if Hosato was
I don't know.
part of space. Yeah. And Blofeld at the end is like, I shall be in my apartment. Like, huh? Your apartment?
You don't have a nice villa on your island?
I only pay $300 a month for my apartment. Like, I mean, your apartment. You don't. Some of the words that I never thought Blofeld would ever
Prices have
said
gone down.
is apartment. I will be in my condo.
It's the only place that let me bring on my cats.
So Blofeld also meets with the Japs, and he just says, "I want $100 million
Now!
The Japs are like,
Do you take a personal check?
"We said that we weren't going to give you the money until the war breaks out. Like the whole mission's done." And he's like, and they're like, "This is extortion." And Blofeld's like,
Do you
"Extortion
know
is,
about the E?
extortion is my business. Haven't you? You know,
Have you not heard of my...
yeah. Says so in our name.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not read the business card I gave you? Special, what is it? Special Executive Counterintelligence Terrorism
You can do the P.
SP is
It's special?
Special Executive Counterintelligence Terrorism
Terrorism
Revenge. And what was that last
Revenge.
one? Extortion.
I just find it funny that they put revenge in it.
Mm-hmm. Didn't read the end of the card, did you? Now give me your fucking money, you dirty fucking Japs.
Jesus Christ.
$100 million that'll be.
What, you gonna fight with chapsticks again?
Mm-hmm.
Or chopsticks?
Japsticks.
Japs. There it is. A jap on the brain.
So Blofeld meets with Osato and Helga again, and they realize that Bond is alive. And Osato completely throws Helga under the bus. Oh, that was her. That was nope.
That was her.
That was me. That was no. You're stop looking at me. In Osato's defense, I mean, Helga had him tied up
Dead to rights, dude.
and fucked him instead, and then took that plane with him, and then tried to kill him that way. Well,
Perish.
should have killed him.
Yeah.
Osato never had the chance to kill him. Well, maybe he did.
Wow.
So-
Domegato.
As they leave, Blofeld's like, "This organization does not tolerate
Failure.
and throws her in the fucking piranhas
No, I wasn't. It was sea bass with
with
lasers attached.
freaking laser beams attached to their heads.
I figure every creature deserves a warm
Dude,
meal.
Osato's face is so. It's one of the only. It's one of the only genuine faces to a death in all the Bond. He's just like, his eyes go like,
Man-eating piranha.
"Whoa!"
Well, she was alive when they started eating her legs. Like she's screaming.
Yeah, just.
I thought that was decoration. I thought that was a koi pond.
I thought you were kidding.
What's going on, man?
So tells Osato to kill Bond. Oh,
Well, I tell you, that Saki wanted us, leaving us wanted more.
man, I didn't think it was gonna go that quick.
Kind of what we said when we dropped the bomb on the Japanese. Am I right?
True.
Am I right?
So we get to Tanaka's ninja training school, but before that, let's take a little break.
Oh, yeah. This is still a podcast.
Yeah, some of the advertising for the week.
We don't do it for free.
Yeah. This is nice that we have a Japanese advertising.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Risa Rings Oriental Grocery. Oh, hello, ladies and rads. You come to my store, Risa Rings, and you'll love it. With prices so low, they're ridiculous. Serving delicious foods such as dog romaine, cat tenderloin, with fried rye, washed down with lemon lime soda, or beer and beer and liquor. Feeling lucky? Buy one of our lottery tickets. And win 11 million yen. We're also a money laundering business. And you can do your actuary laundry as well. And it's safe too. The police are only a phone call away. And they come very quickly. Store so lovely you'll want to live here. ROR. Risa Rings Oriental Grocery, located on the left of Long John Silver's. No loitering. Oh man. Oh, did I punch it home enough? That was a Japanese.
Very reverie.
Okay, so that's Risa Rings Oriental Grocery. Now go check it out.
Check it out.
Whew, man.
And we're back.
Listener question for the week.
Okay.
W Counter Funkman69 writes,
Oh, look out.
what is the most underrated, in your opinion, most underrated Bond movie?
Oh, it's a good question, man.
Obviously, our natural choice is Octopussy because we love it so much. Oh no, I just think
Which we
the
personally
public,
find.
the public,
Oh, the public.
just a great movie that no one ever appreciates.
Okay, well then let's throw out Octopus because that's great. But let's each come up with another one.
I got two, and I can't.
awesome.
I think.
Hold on, don't say it. I'm gonna come up with mine. Running through the canon right now.
Okay. What you got?
Let me go first.
All right.
We go with the man with the golden gun.
Number one for me too.
Oh no!
Not even close, actually.
I just think it's just pure gold as far as a Bond, and
No pun
and
intended?
does not get. It just doesn't. Just a great. It's got everything for a
Well,
Bond
it's the fact
movie,
that it's so hated.
and
That is my thing.
it just shouldn't be. Like it's really, really good movie, dude.
It's the fact that it's hated so much is my thing. Like, why is it so hated? I mean,
That's why you know that.
there are a few moments here and there, like J.W. Pepper can be annoying, but like the best villain and just a great little layer. And I mean, you got your villain dastardly plot, you got great locations. I think Roger Moore's solid in it. It's just the fact that it's always ranked as like one of the worst. I'm like, what's the problem? You know, actually a close second, not a distant second, is Tomorrow Never Dies. I don't understand. You never hear much about that movie. What's the problem? Everyone hates it.
My second was Live and Let Die, but you're right. There is no problem with that movie.
But people put that like I always see that at the bottom of everyone's list. What's the issue?
It's just
I thought the action scenes were great. The motorcycle, the car chase, the PTS. I guess the villain's plan with the newspapers, but the actual villain makes up for how the actual
love
villain
the
is
villain.
great.
I think they were all just upset because there was no existential threat.
Kind of was at the time. I just don't get the problem.
But it
with
was
Tornado
valid
Eyes.
because the next enemy was probably China. Was the next,
I think with Golden Gun, I can see here and there, like, all right, if it's not your cup of tea, but to put it at the bottom, that's ridiculous. Golden Gun is wonderful. But Tomorrow Never Dies, I don't see the problem at all. Great henchman, Stamper, I think is great. Dr. Kaufman, the villain's great. I actually like Wei Lin.
Yo.
The song's great. The BT, what's the Brosnan's great. I don't understand the problem.
Exactly.
On the other side, what's the most overrated?
Most overrated. This is a fun one. Oh yeah.
I don't know actually. My answer might upset you, but I actually like this movie, so I don't know if it's.
You can do it, dude. You can say it. Because I know mine's gonna upset you.
You know what? Should we just not even? We should just skip this question.
Because we know we're gonna accept each other.
You were gonna say "Spy Who Loved Me." What were you gonna say?
Were you gonna say GoldenEye?
No,
No, I was gonna say From Russia with Love. The most overrated.
that was up there.
Wasn't a bad.
I go up. I go up and
I'm
down.
just
with-
saying, it wasn't a bad movie. It just everybody just sucks this one's dick,
Yeah.
and I think why this one has so much fame is because it wasn't really widespread.
I go up and down with
much,
From Russia with
no.
Love. It's like sometimes I love it. Sometimes like the last time I watched it, I thought it was fucking wonderful. So I don't know.
What do you?
I don't even.
Did you have another
I
one?
kind of like
What was the one that I was gonna get upset with?
Thunderball.
Oh, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine because it made the most money, and
Yeah,
if you don't like it, you don't like it.
but I actually like it.
But a lot of people like it, but that's fine. No, that's fine.
All right.
That's why I thought it was.
I don't want to call him because we have a whole second half of this movie. I don't want to, I don't want to have any bad blood here.
Oh Jesus! Could you imagine?
How are we gonna get through the rest of this movie?
Just mercy.
Delay it till the next week. All right, so there are the listener questions. You know why it's Golden Gun and Tomorrow Never Dies? It's because it's cool to hate Roger Moore and Brosnan. You know. Well, technically
couldn't
they
agree with
weren't
you more.
they weren't true to the. Shut the fuck up. Shut
Blah
up,
blah
stupid.
blah blah. Are these the pricks that accept Never Say Never Again? Are those people? Do they ever mention Never Say Never Again after that one? Do they ever do that? Do they ever do that?
It's all Craig and Dalton now, man.
Okay. So they don't explain Diamonds Are Forever either. They're fine with all that.
It's all Craig and
They're
Dalton
fine with
now,
all
man.
that. Nobody can make a mistake. Can
Nobody
they?
does it better.
Now,
Faggot. So back to the movie.
bitch, my suck, dick.
Saban gets to Tanaka's ninja training school. Those fucking morons training. Bum, 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 bum. Shut up!
And they wonder why we
At real,
fucking dropped that bomb on them.
at one point they were using like real weapons and stuff, using guns and stuff. I'm like, well, at least y'all
Yeah,
using
they were
actual
murdering-
real weapons.
Well, yeah, but they were murdering each other.
Just don't kill each other.
That's the thing. When you're training people, it's hard to get them out in the field after you've murdered half of your trainees.
The loyalty kind of goes down.
Yeah.
Remember the first scene? Like they're all running like a stampede. Ah! Screaming like, y'all are ninjas. Y'all are supposed to be the quiet kind. Good lord. So Tanaka's plan is to have 100 ninjas go onto the island, the same island, turn Bond into a Japanese person, train him as a ninja, and for Bond to take a wife. And this is all for cover.
This seems all
for cover to go to the island.
perfectly fine.
All have to do all those things. Whenever he says take a wife, I mean Aki just completely wets herself.
Oh yeah.
You better grab an Asian mop, a Japanese. They got mops in Japan.
I want to say that was Tokyo's first tsunami. I guess. This is before Bush and Clinton went down there to go sop all that up.
And she just sucks it all back in when they say that it has to be a woman of the island. Not you.
No, not you.
So he's like, who the fuck am I gonna marry then? Like, well, she has a face like a pig. And Bond's like, well, the hell with that. I just can't.
I'm not doing that.
I can't even be fake married to an ugly girl. I just can't do it.
Won't happen. Won't happen.
So they turn him Japanese. Oh Jesus! And he fucks Aki after that, and she gets killed in the middle of the night with that wire that poisoned to her mouth and all that. But Bond just looks like this Japanese with a Scottish accent. It's
Dude,
just
and
like,
he had all they did to make him look Japanese was bangs.
yeah.
Bangs, that was it.
I was like, is this a joke? So the Japanese the next morning, they're training again. Bond's training with this guy, and the guy beats Bond and tries to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I guess his disguise didn't work. How did the guy know he was Bond? He was already in disguise.
Well, it was the only 6-foot man, I don't know, ever on the Japanese island.
Guess it didn't work.
It was either Bond or Patton, so he was like, might as well kill either one of them.
Just
right?
stabs that dude.
Yeah.
Like, why'd you kill him? Like, well, he tried to kill me. Like, he did it first.
Mm-hmm.
I killed him first. So then after this, Bond gets married. God, the movie just slows to a crawl here.
Oh, geez.
It's like 10 minutes of this marriage ceremony.
Makes me want to kill both of my only twice lives.
Oh, God. What's the point of this whole ceremony?
I don't know.
Why?
To show that Bond really likes kissies to suck my dick.
But to remember, like, this is all for cover to infiltrate the island. Why is this whole ceremony even necessary?
Well,
He didn't do that with Tatiana
just let him
or
know
Rosie
that
Carver
he
whenever he's
really
posing as
likes
his
it.
husband. Why the whole... Who the fuck cares? It takes so long. And then I love whenever the bridesmaids are coming up because he thinks she's ugly still. So the bridesmaids keep coming up and they're all ugly. And Bond, he can't even like look at the ugly people. He's just like, oh. He hasn't had to deal with ugly people in his whole life. His whole life.
Forever. He's always done push-ups.
I've never seen ugly people.
Mm-hmm.
He's just sick to his stomach. I just simply can't be around it.
Disgusting.
So he gets married. So they get to the island, and one dude kind of looks at him for a minute, and that's it. So that's the whole point of him turning Japanese, learning, becoming a ninja, and getting married.
Oh, right, becoming a ninja. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's part of the cover. Just for that one little dude that Bond could have just biffed in the face. Hey, who the fuck are you? Shut the fuck up!
Or maybe just 86'd him out with a PP7 shot.
Right?
Right to the heart.
It's so stupid.
Like he did with that dumb
I
assassin.
never understand what whatever. So Kissy says, his new wife's called Kissy Suzuki. Kissy says they'll sleep.
Kissy, car manufacturer.
Yeah. They're going to sleep separately. So Bond's eating oranges. He's like, well, I guess I won't have any need for these. And then we cut to Bond. Literally, she's sleeping. And Bond's just watching her sleep.
Hello?
Just watching her sleep for just, who knows, hours. The camera wasn't there the whole time, but I'm assuming.
If I had a nickel.
So meanwhile, the U.S. pushes up the launch, their new rocket. And they warn the Russians.
How far did British push up their launch? Huh?
Seems like it's all.
It's 2017. When's the last British launch?
Seems like
When's
this
the
is all,
actually? When's the first British launch? If I may.
No way to know, really.
No way to know, huh?
So they warn the Russians, like, all right, if y'all fuck with us, can't promise y'all much.
I like to think that's exactly how the conversation goes.
Just saying. So they go to this cave that Kissy was talking about. His disguise is already gone. So
It done?
difficult to say why that was even there. So they go up this mountain toward this this empty volcano where all the tunnels of the place were like leading to.
Is it a holiday?
A volcano, and they take a break to fuck. A little tired.
Well, I mean, come on.
And they see this chopper fly and go into the volcano. And they go up there, and the chopper's not there. Like, WT fuck. What the fuck is going on here? So they go down there, and they find out it's just a steel river. It's not a real river. It's just the actual layer here. So they find it.
Kind of very GoldenEye-esque.
Yeah, it's
if you
great,
will.
man. Yeah.
You know? Doesn't it remind you of that a little
That's a
bit?
great part about this movie is the whole time we're with Bond. We're like, where the fuck are they, man?
Where's the goddamn...
Like, where? So this whole fucking country. So Bond gets in and tells Kissy, chop chop, get Tanaka and all the ninjas.
Chop chopsticks.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Get all the ninjas, come back. We got a game to play.
We got a thing.
So Bond releases the kidnapped astronauts. Were these the U.S. or the Russian? The U.S. astronauts?
U.S., yes. If they were astronauts.
Spectre didn't murder them?
If it was cosmonauts, they would have been...
Yeah. Well, Spectre didn't... You think the Spectre would just liquidate them when they get to the volcano?
Well, you know what? Expertise, man.
I guess.
Not everybody can fly into space. Just ask the British.
True to that. So they beat up the Spectre astronauts, and Bond attempts to board the flight. Bond's just in it to win it. He's like, I don't know how to...
I don't give a shit.
I don't know how to fly a spaceship, but I can figure it out. Just press a couple buttons.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
I'll just call Hugo Drax.
Because he's carrying his air conditioner. Blofeld spots him. He's like, bring him to me.
Yeah,
He ain't right.
This is no good. What is that? What is that?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Who the hell is that? Who the hell
Who
is
the
that?
hell is that?
You'd think Bond would have brought one of the astronauts that he helped.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bring him, just Bond's the only one that's, whatever. So, Blofeld finally reveals himself after all these movies. Finally,
Never seen Blofeld.
yeah.
This is the first time.
Nice little reveal. My name is Ernst Stavra.
It was a good reveal.
They
though.
told me you're a Kong. Yeah, so this is my, they have the whole you only live twice kind of thing. So, they launched the rocket to hijack.
Hey, can we stop?
Hijack, yeah.
Do you think they revealed Blofeld because it was Connery's last movie?
I don't know.
They knew they were doing On Her Majesty's next.
Yeah. I know he announced that he wasn't doing another Bond movie.
That's what I'm saying. He announced that he wasn't doing another Bond move during filming. That's what I'm saying. Do you think that's why they revealed Blofeld?
There's no way they would have re-ripped the whole script in the middle of it, right?
It's not hard to rewrite the whole script, but
I guess. I don't know. I'd say no. This was originally intended.
don't you think it would have been good to reveal Blofeld and then that's when Blofeld it's done?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I never thought of that. I'm leaning towards.
I'm just saying you could have had Blofeld behind a
Yeah.
curtain and then get away.
And it was for a lot of the movie. I'm leaning towards that. That's probably always their intention to show him, but maybe not. Maybe once they
And
found
this
out
one-
Connery, like, well, why don't we show Blofeld? Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. It was Connery's last one. Why don't we
Yeah. Who knows?
give him that?
Not a bad point, Peter Frank.
Thanks, man. Really,
Damn good sense.
Damn nuts to you, man.
So they launched the rocket to hijack the U.S. spacecraft. Blofeld and all them launched a rocket, posing, I guess, as a Russian rocket.
Open the freaking door.
To hijack a U.S. spacecraft, and that's supposed to create a nuclear war, obviously, between Russia and the U.S.
Is.
That's the first strike. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you did it again? Nuclear.
Nuclear.
You went there first, dude. Blofeld, he like loves it at first when the rocket's going off, and then after the rocket's gone, he's just like, huh.
Well, he came, dude.
He's he's exhausted after coming so hard. Oh God.
All right.
Feels right. And that would leave Spectre as the main power
I guess.
of what country? They don't have a country.
Oh, after America and
The Russians
Russia's
are
done,
knocked out,
Yeah,
like-
yeah. I guess it would be.
Okay, but
the United Nations of Spectre, dude.
they don't have a base. Where's their country? Don't you need some
Yeah,
land?
yeah. You need a piece of land
Some
that nobody's gonna hassle you on. Sure, yeah,
At least buy a lot.
yeah.
Just buy an acre.
I always think that Spectre's always end game was to own Antarctica.
Maybe so.
Nobody else could.
So Tanaka's men finally get to the lair. They start getting the machine guns. They turn them into sushi, man. They just
Well, yeah, because they put a bunch of ninjas that had to repel. I don't know, 100,000 feet down.
But before they get in there, though, like
Oh yeah, the outside of the yeah.
it's like open the freaking doors. Like these guys are getting mauled.
Oh, yeah.
So they finally open it up, and Bond smokes that gun cigarette and shoots the controls. Whatever. May I have a last smoke? Yes, give him his cigarettes. How about no?
No. You're my captor.
Yeah.
No.
You should go by Nofeld. So Tanaka's men get in, and a big old fight ensues. Classic Bond, classic everything,
Bond.
man.
Monorails and whatnot.
So the aircraft is about to get to the Americans' aircraft, and the U.S. pretty much has their finger on the like. I'm praying for it.
Do it.
Try it.
I hope this is real.
Try it.
I hope this is real.
Try it.
This is Nixon again?
I dare you. 67.
Did you know we want Nixon on that button?
No, this is Nixon 68, right?
Well, yeah, you said this was 67.
Yeah.
Nixon is still rocking it.
Re-election was 68?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
He'd been president for 4 years before that.
No. Because Kennedy was 63.
Kennedy was 60. Kennedy dies in 63.
Yeah. And
Johnson?
Johnson gets re-elected in 64.
So Johnson 64 to 68.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Johnson.
So the new Johnson rod.
Johnson was no bullshit, too. So
Yeah, that's the thing. Johnson was a...
For a Democrat.
Yeah, dude. He liked to poo and talk to people.
He liked to... Just two things. He liked talking and pooing. All right, so after all this, Blofeld points a gun at Osato, Bond, they're somewhere. You think he's gonna shoot Bond, but he kills Osato. And he's like, Bond, come with me. They take a monorail. He's like, goodbye, Mr. Bond. And then Tanaka shoots him, hits him with a
his kids with the
ninja star. Not sure why Blofeld couldn't have just killed him as he was killing Osato, but
Stop it.
I don't want to tell a sensei to run his dojo.
He's got a knife.
Look out, he's got a knife. So Blofeld just skedaddles in the monorail, and Bond fights that random blonde henchman by the piranha and all that.
Boy, he wasn't even mentioned in this, but
For some reason, it's a
might as
fight.
well. Big old blonde henchman.
It's a fight, y'all.
He fight.
Feeds into the piranha like a boss. Gets the keys to the control room. Bond really handles someone being eaten by piranhas a lot better than Osato.
Yo,
Calm and cool. Bon
it
appetit.
stopped to Osato.
Yeah.
I mean, Osato was just dead in his
Osato
tracks.
has a normal human reaction, like,
This to a woman.
Bond was just like, bon appetit.
Yeah. Get some.
So he gets the keys to the control room, blows up the aircraft that was sent by Spectre and all that.
There you go.
So we're all good to go. Blofeld just starts blowing up the entire lair, and they gotta get out of there.
Blofeld gets real blowy.
So the plane drops a bunch of rafts. All my movies in this way, baby. Him and Bond and Kissy start fucking and making out and smooching.
In a yellow submarine.
The sub picks him up. So there's end credits. I will say this: it's a good thing Bond faked his death. Remember that in the beginning of the movie?
Because
I already forgot.
nobody was shaken by that, by the by.
Well, no one does it. No one does it better. I don't know why. I'm still not sure why that happened. But you know what? He did it, and he did it.
Ooh, way to crush him.
So there's You Only Live Twice. Huge success.
$10 million to make, $100 million to collect.
Whatever it was. During the Goldfinger Thunderball You Only Live Twice period, I mean, Bond could do no wrong, man.
But dude, any investment. If we could do one investment in 1 year and recoup 10 times that investment a year later, let's do that.
That's the thing. That they would do a movie
Let's
a year.
do that.
Like it wasn't movie every 3 years like they do now.
No, but it was only $10 million to make.
movie
They
every year.
recouped 110.
Yeah.
That's not peanuts.
This movie was second only to Thunderball for a long time, maybe until Moonraker or Goldeneye or Skyfall. I don't even know. But, I mean, Connery was just a fucking cash cow. Good reviews. Still has very good reviews. Middle up.
And they say that they say it wasn't his best performance.
I wasn't crazy about it.
That's
Connery.
what I'm saying. A lot of people.
Yeah.
You know the first person is just like he didn't really care to be there, but
I think he kind of phoned it in.
But it was just he just had cachet and
Oh, yeah.
everybody wanted to see
It's
it.
the name. That's why Diamonds did so well. It's a bad movie, but it did very well. It's Connery. The fan reviews now, and the reviews are middle up. Most people rank this fairly high, middle of the road and upwards. You never really see this at the bottom of anyone's list, although it was for a long time bottom of mine. So Connery announced in the middle of this, I'm not sure when, but he was done. No more Bond for him. Now Craig has done 4 movies in 06 to
Yeah, tell me about this. How are we going?
in 9
with this?
years.
9 years. What was Connery?
Connery did 4 movies in 4 years.
Oh, okay. I got
That's
you.
brutal, man.
I got you.
Because what does it take the lead actor 6 to 9 months to act and photo shoots and reshoots and all that shit?
But dude,
plus the press.
But the 3 months that he had free, he had to go promote that movie.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
then go back into
Plus all
working.
the press, all the marketing, and then get right back to it, and then do that again, and then do it again, and then do it again.
It's in and out.
And then he took a year off, and then he only lived twice. And I think when they got to Tokyo, dude, he could not walk around that city. This is Bond mania.
Well, they were saying he was getting photographed in
the bathroom,
taking a shit. But dude, you know how much I hate.
And Connery's.
I don't even like pooing in your house.
Yeah.
Like I don't only want to poo in my house. I could only imagine doing the role of my life and then getting my.
And Connery's a notorious private guy, man. Like he's got some.
Craig too.
A little bit of a short fuse. Like, dude, get the fuck away from me, man. So 4 movies in 4 years. That is brutal.
That's never stopping. Because you think when the film started to when it ended, he's got 3, 4, 5 months. He's got to go promote it.
Yeah.
And then
he's starting. When you're done with that, if you want to get this movie out the next year, you got to start right now. So it's no time off. I think the schedule plus the people in Japan plus he wasn't getting along with was it Saltzman? He wasn't even speaking to him. He wouldn't even
Cubby
talk
Broccoli,
to him.
though,
It was Cubby or one of the two guys.
Well, he got
wouldn't even
paid
speak
the
to him.
most they'd ever been made, but he still would keep
Yeah.
getting the numbers that would happen. That he just worked his contract wrong, and
Yes, he was just, you know what, I'm fucking done. So,
yeah, but that was kind of his fault. He signed the contract. He didn't.
well, I mean, he was an unknown. What are you
He
supposed to
should
do?
have asked for more money. You can't. They made a lot of money off him, sure, but that was them making good investments on somebody that they didn't know. You know.
But what leverage do you have as a no-name actor?
That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't be able to get. Yeah, you'd be a little mad, but okay, this was your 5th movie. Ask for $10 million then. You know, I mean,
Or sign if they give you a 6-picture deal, all right, I'll sign a 2-picture deal. And if we're making crazy money, 3rd picture, y'all better pay me. Something like that.
well, there you go. He signed a 6-picture deal.
But, I mean, if you're trying to fight and
well, then don't
tooth and nail
Well, then don't bitch about.
to get a role, and then you finally get it, and then you're making them so
listen.
much money, they're paying you $10,000 a movie.
Well, then Broccoli and Salzman running those movies back to back to back to back to back only did him a favor because I signed a 6-picture deal. I'm going to make this much money, 6 pictures. As the actor, I want these pictures to be out as soon as possible. Let's just say Connery's not going to have to worry about money for a long time.
This probably has the most Austin Power references, huh?
I would have to say.
I mean, with the Dr. Evil and the Hollowed Out Volcano and all that
Saki
shit.
Toomey.
Saki Toomey. Men come first, women come second.
Sometimes not. I mean, it's
The sharks with laser beams in the piranha.
the actual look of Dr.
Does not
Evil.
tolerate failure. Yeah, all that shit. So,
You know, when I watched Austin Powers as a kid, I had no idea that it was a James Bond. I had seen Bond movies. I had no idea that it was making fun of
I had never seen any Bond movies, so I was like, well, this is fantastic. I know I saw Goldeneye. And then I think we saw our first Bond movies. I did in like 97, before Tomorrow Never Dies.
It was nice. That's when we started watching 25 Days of 007.
Yeah.
That was
Before Tomorrow Never Dies in
Tomorrow Never
97, and Austin Powers came out in 97. So I guess it was right after all that. Connery, I think we already said, not his best.
not his best, but I mean, just good. Just
It felt like he was phoning it in. Just not what he was in the first 4. The girls, Aki and Kissy.
forgettable. But I liked Aki better.
I have that exact word, forgettable. The most forgetful girls in Bond. I don't even know.
Like if you would have asked me, if you wouldn't have made me watch it 2 days ago, I'd have said the chick in his sub when the sub came up. I'd have said that's Aki. I had no idea.
You know,
there
we
was
never
two
get
other girls.
Kissy Suzuki's name. They never even say it.
I don't even remember them saying.
They only say it in the credits. They never say Kissy. Kissy Suzuki is her name. We never get it in the movie. It's like Strawberry Fields. We never get her full name. Oh, fuck Strawberry Fields. The Allies. Tanaka. Love Tanaka. And I love Henderson, actually.
Yeah.
Small scene. He's not going to like jump in my top 10. That's a little strong.
No.
But
yeah, but no,
I love
it's
him.
nice.
I love that scene.
Well, I don't know. I can't say if he would jump in your top 10. I wouldn't. I wouldn't throw cold water on it because of my love of Dr. Kaufman.
Oh, Dr. Kaufman, that's a different ballgame.
I can't.
Yeah, Henderson would be strong to put in your top 10, but Kaufman, for obvious reasons, should be.
I mean, he's just so good.
The Henchmen. Not big on Henchmen in this movie. Helga and Osato. Those aren't really...
And they had a faux blonde just out of nowhere.
yeah, I don't even know who... We
I
never
don't
got
think he
his
had a name, yeah. But he fought him for a second.
Helga, yeah, like I said, was supposed to be the...
Femme fatale.
Yeah, the Fiona. Nice try. And Osato was just there. Villain, Blofeld. I love
That's a
Blofeld.
good villain. I mean, but that's the Blofeld.
We kind of talked about how Blofeld's a little bit overrated.
Well, he's
in
a little
general.
bit blown out of proportion, especially
Overrated.
especially for you and I, because as much as we came up with Austin Powers, and so we saw
Yeah.
Dr. Evil before we saw. I think that's why Blofeld.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's why Blofeld has more of a bigger presence.
Well, Blofeld's
For
always
us,
known
yeah.
as the Bond's... It's his number one villain. It always will be.
Well, that, and then when we see him, I guess for the second time, because we saw what Blofeld looked like before we saw what Blofeld looked like.
Yeah. And pretty universally accepted this is the best Blofeld we ever get.
Right.
You know.
I don't know. To say that before Telly.
Well, Telly wasn't bad.
I mean, that's.
But I like Donald Pleasance as Blofeld. He used to be maybe 2 or 3 for me. Going down a slight bit.
He's
very
good.
creepy, man.
He is, and he was the goober, and he was the blind one in The Great Escape, huh?
Was he really?
I think so.
Oh, damn. They originally had someone else playing him, this guy with hair and a beard, and they said he looked like an old Santa Claus, and they shot like scenes with him, and they were like, this guy's got to go.
Well, bald. It just seems it always should be bald.
You would think, man. Although he's the only bald one. Oh, Telly. Never mind. 2 out of 4.
So I said, Telly, why don't you grow some hair?
All right, so The Lair. One of the all-time
the
greats.
best. I mean, come on, man.
I put that top, the best 3, him, Scaramanga Funhouse, and the Stromberg's Atlantis.
I mean, come on. That's some of the best.
I think this was my favorite Lair in our list. Wonderful. Scale 1 to 10. Where do you put You Only Live Twice? Where does Peter Frank put You Only Live Twice?
That's a strong 7.
I leave it a 7 too.
Daddy.
It used to be 6 for me. I used to not.
It used to be way down the trough.
It's like my 5th to worst. But
watching it a couple more times, I mean, it's classic. It's got a lot of the elements that are needed.
that's weird. It's become one of my go-to Bond movies.
I've kind of put it into the Tomorrow Never Dies, The Man with the Golden Gun, the ones that are not fully appreciated. That's kind of where I've got it. That are not. They have nothing wrong with them. They've got all the elements, everything that everybody asks for.
It's one of my go-to Bond movies now, which is weird because I'm not a big fan of this movie, but I kind of am now.
Not bad.
Part of it is because I know the first 4 so well. So like every time I watch it, I'm like, well, it's kind of like new to me because I'm not that familiar with it. So I'm like, it's a solid movie.
It's not bad. It's good stuff.
All right,
Sean looks good in it too. He doesn't look fucking old or anything.
Yeah, not like diamonds. Would you like to get into some of the fun facts?
Oh, please, by all means.
All right. For this movie, we had steak with You Only Live Twice baked potatoes. It's a good meal. The actress that played Kissy originally was supposed to play Aki, but didn't learn English well enough, so she was replaced.
Nobody could tell the difference.
Yeah, so she was replaced. And I never gotten the full story on this, but after she basically like threatened to kill herself or whatever,
Aki or Kissy?
the girl that plays Kissy in this movie was supposed to play Aki. And she was fired because she didn't learn English well enough. And I think she like basically threatened to kill herself to the producers.
So they put this shit in it?
And they had that's why she just gets killed randomly and they're Asian.
So
and they're like, all right, well, let's just kill Aki off and bring in this new character called Kissy.
So this probably wouldn't have happened because I know Roald Dahl wrote the fucking screenplay.
Yeah,
it wasn't close.
Because once Aki dies, they don't give a shit. They're just like, oh, okay, well, here's a new girl. It's weird.
It's weird that Aki wasn't there the whole fucking... Like, there was no need for Kissy.
There was no need for Aki to die.
None.
Because they didn't care.
You leave Aki alive, and that shit was not even... You cut out that one scene where she gets killed, you could have Aki there instead of Kissy going down in the volcano.
Stupid. What was he... Who cares if she didn't learn English well enough? It was all overdubbed anyway.
That's what I'm saying. It was none of Tanaka's lines. All of that was the same guy from...
It's like Goldfinger's lines and everybody's lines.
Wait, Goldfinger didn't say any of his lines.
Goldfinger was overdubbed the entire movie.
Goldfinger was a German and just got overdubbed.
Yeah, how about that? Anyway.
Same thing with Ursula Andress, right?
Yeah. And Sylvia Trench. And she was American.
Why would they have to overdub?
In the Connery years, they overdubbed everybody.
Huh.
No idea why. So anyway, this is the only movie where Bond doesn't drive a car.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Is that not just you're not just throwing out?
I'm not just pulling your leg here.
Oh, that was Aki driving whenever they magnetized.
I'm not just tugging your twat. That's a real one.
You say tugging.
Kelly Broccoli, Harry Saltzman, Louis Gilbert, and Ken Adam. Louis Gilbert was the director. Ken Adam was the set designer that does all the layers and stuff.
Was this the first Louis Gilbert?
Yes.
But he did
Spy Love Me and Moonraker.
There you go.
They were scouting locations in Japan and were due to return on BOAC Flight 911. It's back to America. But they canceled it because they wanted to see like some ninja demonstration or something. The plane ended up crashing, killing everyone on board.
Is that?
That's correct.
So like
everyone died.
They got Buddy Holly saved by all not going, but they could all been up. And dude, that could have been the end of the franchise for us.
The two producers and Ken Adam, who did all the great sets and all the great layers.
Well, dude, if the two producers going, what do you think they did?
Yeah. Well, Barbara was.
Barbara was like a 6-year-old.
7-year-old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
okay, you guys, I got this.
All right.
Whew.
Could you imagine how my life trajectory would have gone if I didn't have 24 of these fucking things?
When that plane went down, I bet McClory was like, oh, I hope they were on board.
Oh, my God, I hope they were on it. Were they on it?
I hope they were on board.
So I can make some shitty movies.
All right, next fun fact. It was reported that the two girls, that Kissy and Aki, had known Connery before filming, but actually that was not true. In fact, not only did they know him, but they love him long time. Next fun fact. The actor who played Osato pooed his pants on set. That's a little embarrassing.
Was that whenever?
That was just when they're taking a break.
Oh,
just pooed his pants.
I thought it was. That's why his eyes were so big. That he was pooing his pants.
It's embarrassing. I know he's not alive anymore, but it's embarrassing for his family that we're announcing that here.
Well, it's probably from that, at least from the offshoot of the radiation.
Maybe.
Probably opened your butthole a little bit.
Yeah. Poor Osato. Next fun fact, for Blofeld's scar, they said they wanted to look like a vagina. It looks that weird.
Seriously, I've never wanted to fuck the side of another man's eye more than.
So the Japanese makeup people did it sideways since that's all they know. And it went from his nose to the corner of his eye.
Imagine Cubby Broccoli's
dismay. They had to have American people from the West to show up.
No, this is how an actual vagina goes.
So, well, they're the fun facts, and there's You Only Live Twice. So, Peter, we only have 3 movies to go, man.
What?
Diamonds for Forever, Octopussy, and View to a Kill.
Oh, man.
How about that, man?
How about that?
I had a couple of these guys from we did Rocky 3 and Rocky 4.
Dude, I heard about that.
Some Rocky, go to the GTD Rocky podcast. I don't know what they're called. Rocky podcast, something like that. And they enjoyed our work. So we may be featured on that podcast, or we may not. I don't know. It's whatever. It doesn't really matter. But either way, if you like us because of Rocky, why don't you go give them a listen?
They should be so lucky.
Mm-hmm. So next time we'll be doing Diamonds Are Forever, I would imagine. Whew, that's gonna be a rough one.
It is.
Maybe we might have a guest host slight chance of a guest host with Kong Dong Van Tassel.
No, it's either going to be Mr. Win or Mr. Kid.
And after the last guest host we had, Juan Birch, I will not tolerate insubordination.
No, nor should we.
And he disagreed with me a lot.
Nor should we.
And I don't like people to disagree with me. I like to push him down.
Exactly. We do with everybody in our lives that ever disagree with us.
I'll teach him that. All right, so we'll see you next time, folks.
Bye-bye.
Go fuck yourselves!
Make one dream come true. You only